welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 4 of Kickoffs and Tipoffs. I'm your host, Brett Berner. Joining me, my co-host,
Matt Foley, and welcome inside Kickoffs and Tipoffs here in the U92 studio. We've got a packed episode after a huge week 3 and a very big week 4 coming up. Notre Dame 0-2. This is going to be a rough episode.
Are you going to start with Notre Dame?
No,
we're going to recap.
We'll recap the rest of the week, and then we'll get to that game.
Okay, yeah, I know you really want to talk about Notre Dame.
Glad we're not recording this on Monday, but
or Saturday night when we were watching it.
I mean, if we record this Monday, my voice would have still been gone, so it would have been less of me being upset and me trying to scream into the mic. But big week 3 though, few ranked losses, but we had some good games though.
I would say honestly, let's just start with the game that made us lose our voices.
Yeah, the game that we were at,
the backyard brawl, and to a lot of people's shocks, the West Virginia Mountaineers and Coach Rich Rodriguez right the wrongs and pick up a 31-24 overtime victory over the Pitt Panthers. I mean, can you? It's Wednesday. We're recording this, and to me, it's still insane that I can look at this box score and West Virginia won.
Yeah, I think the most shocking thing is that they were up and then they were down, and then they came back in the fourth quarter, and it was just the win probability thing is all over the place during this game on ESPN. But I think it's just the way that they won that is still in shock, and how they played against this Pitt team, and how bad Pitt looked. West Virginia played good, and they played good enough to win the game, and they showed it on the field. They wanted this game more than Pitt did, but Pitt played exponentially bad, bad football. The offense was just not good. If they didn't get the 2 picks from Scotty Fox, I think this game turns into a lopsided game, and West Virginia ends up winning anyways. But Pitt just mounts the comeback after Rich Rod benches Nico and goes to Scotty Fox, which is great because I love me some Scotty Fox game action. But then he put in Jalen Henderson, and then we knew, this is where this game is going. But man, Jalen Henderson complete his first passes.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3, 12 yards.
You love to see it.
Big whoop, Jalen. I mean, it's a roller coaster. There's no other way to describe this game than an absolute roller coaster of emotions for everyone. Yeah. I mean, even looking at it from Pitt, they went into halftime trailing 7-3, and just thinking, where in the world did this offense that was averaging 53 points a game go? Eli Holstein looked bad in that first half. A lot of missed passes. There were obviously a few NFL scouts in attendance for this game, most likely all there to watch Holstein. And he just really didn't disappoint. For all the box score watchers, 22 of 37, 303, a touchdown to pick. That does not explain how Holstein played in this game. I mean, this Pitt could have been up by 30 at halftime if Holstein would have hit some passes.
Yeah, I mean, Desmond Reed gets hurt too. I believe that's why he had such a light load today. No receptions, I believe.
No, I don't
only
think
6 carries. That's not what we were thinking was going to happen. But I believe he got hurt, and then Pitt was just they were just sputtering in the first half and just didn't know what to do or how to handle the atmosphere in Morgantown. But West Virginia jumped out to 14-3 to open the third after a Scotty Fox drives them down the field off of one play.
I would say drive is a strong word. He threw a screen pass for 56 yards.
It was a 56 rollout and dump off. But hey, that's 56 pass yards right there.
Yeah, JSB.
Hey, I'm glad he didn't fumble this time. But there was a weird game up until the fourth quarter. But hey, Mountaineer magic.
Yeah,
and love to see it.
I mean, we obviously I was in the press box. We were working it for the U92, and I was talking a lot to Gabe, during it. And we talked about when Scotty came out of halftime. It didn't seem that bad then. Rich Rod had made it clear that any of these quarterbacks could play at any given moment. Nico, I think, was about 9-12 for 70 yards in the first half, but it was just kind of his pocket awareness. He was taking off too quick. He was missing openings. But to throw Scotty Fox in a game that for one West Virginia was winning, and to throw Fox in and he just made too many freshman mistakes. He had the good pass, everybody was feeling it, and then an interception, and then a really bad interception.
Yeah.
The one where he threw it right to the defender.
I mean, at the time, it was a shock. Like, I'm up in the stands. They're coming out on offense to get the ball because they deferred to start. And all we see is number 15 on the Jumbotron, and we're like, that's Scotty Fox.
I immediately texted Matt. I was like, no way this is happening.
We're like, what's going on? Like, where's Nico? Like, I mean, I guess they just wanted to see a jolt in the offense. And after the first series, I was like, okay, he just scored. Is Scotty Fox really going to be what saves this offense? But, like, there was a weird next 2 drives. Like, he made freshman mistakes that we all expected him to make for a freshman. And it was just like he was using the scheme that was built around Nico, and he was having Nico's reads, which Nico's going into his 3rd year at West Virginia and 3rd year in college football. Scotty Fox has played maybe 7 snaps where he's actually done stuff in college football. And one of those, and a bunch of those snaps were against Robert Morris, and he was just making mistakes. But those mistakes are on Rich Rod. I texted you this. Yeah. Everything Scotty Fox does in that game was on Rich Rod. That's Rich Rod's fault for putting him in. He never really should have been in there in the first place, but Nico, and then Jalen Henderson came in, and
we don't got to talk about that.
No,
but I mean, Ty Edwards, big addition for West Virginia. Beast. Finally, one of those players that was having eligibility issues all summer gets cleared. Same way with why did I just blank on his name?
Which one?
The edge. That's playing this week. Jamori Robertson. He's cleared now. He's good to go, and is going to probably start this week against Kansas. But Ty Edwards, 25, 141, 3 touchdowns. I mean, just West Virginia found a way to win. That's what really matters.
Rodney Gallagher finally getting some.
He showed up.
It only took Jaden Bray and Jaheim White going down for him to actually get used. But
yeah, Grayson Barnes. I mean, the tight end. What a game.
Cam Vaughn was getting double teamed the entire game, so he drew 2 crucial pass interference calls though that really helped them drive down to score that game tying touchdown in the 4th. Clay Ash was huge in the passing game, and I think that's where he's going to thrive this year. I think he's going to be in for those long distance 3rd downs where he can just step up and get some yards back or maybe collect a first down. But I think Ty Edwards is now your lead guy in the backfield. Like, if he's not garnering 20 carries a game, something's got to be wrong, or they're having a great day throwing the ball. And then the defense. Like, I never thought I'd see the day where West Virginia has a better defense than Notre Dame, but Zach Alley's a mastermind, and if they don't extend him and give him more money, he's
out the door.
He's going to an SEC school. He's going somewhere big, because man, that defense has been masterful. They got burned for the first time, I think, in the secondary, but they responded back. Like, it wasn't like they got burned and then immediately let up a touchdown. They got burned and then held on for a little bit and then came up clutch. Darian Lewis, a pick in the red zone, that was huge. But great defensive game. The linebacker core continues to shine. The D-line just continues. They mauled Eli Holstein. They mauled him. He had gauze in his nose and gauze around his nose. It was a brawl in the trenches.
He could have Holstein. I haven't heard any official word on it. It's very likely he could have broken his nose during that game when they had to take him out down the red zone. That was another killer.
Yeah.
When he got hurt and his nose was bleeding and they had to put in the Oklahoma backup.
And he just couldn't hit water.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
But, I mean, if you want to hear us talk, we could sit here and talk all day about that West Virginia Pig game.
Yeah.
If you want to hear us continue to talk about it, TCT.
Saturday.
I
don't know what times yet because it's a 6 o'clock kick.
Yeah. I think it'll probably be the 3 hours before.
I'd assume it's 3 to 6.
And then, there's so many other sports night on Wednesday, our Friday night lights. You can hear us talk so much about West Virginia all season long on all these different U92 platforms. Moving on, though, we'll go over quickly some of the Friday games. Colorado-Houston. Colorado's in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm ready to admit it now. Weigman looked good for Houston, but just too many mistakes by Colorado.
Salter's starting now next week.
Good. He should be starting. I don't know what the plan was from Prime, but just a lot of mistakes. Arizona, Kansas State. Yeah, dude,
UCLA deserves it.
Kansas State's dead. UCLA, we'll quick touch on that. 2 coaching changes already. The first 2 firings of the year, Deshaun Foster at UCLA and Brent Pry at Virginia Tech, have both officially been let go by their respective programs.
Brent Pry deserved to be fired. Never should have been coaching this year anyways. Deshaun Foster should have never been coaching in the first place because he was a wide receivers coach. He did nothing wrong to UCLA.
This man.
Yeah. I'll say this now. Deshaun Foster, should have never been coaching. So it's not like I feel like, man, this guy deserved to be fired. This guy didn't deserve to be fired. He never should have been a head coach in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, he was a wide receivers coach. And then he gets thrown to possibly the worst Big Ten team with so much turnover.
In the midst of a transition to the Big Ten. Like, leaving the Pac-12 and going to the Big Ten. It's just, both start at 0-3, both coaches let go. So, moving on, Saturday matchups. We'll quick, Ohio State.
That was close for a little bit.
Ohio kept it close. I mean, they kept in there, and then Ohio State just kind of woke up in the second half. Sayan ended up with 3 touchdowns, 350. Smith continues to build that Heisman resume, which it seems like the Heisman race this year is going to be a lot of fun. It's wide open right now. So Smith definitely still in contention. Florida LSU.
Lagway's not.
DJ Lagway, man. We'll read the stat line for you. 33 of 49. So a lot of through the air, a touchdown, 5 interceptions. The Tigers defense was having none of it. And LSU continues to look like a legit threat. Florida hung in there.
Yeah, they hung in there for how many picks that they threw and how much they turned the ball over. But LSU continues to get the job done. 3rd in the country, I guess. But, yeah.
I mean, again, you talk about these 2 head coaching firings. Billy Napier. That's one that's going to be talked about.
Don't know what they're waiting for.
How long does he hang on to that role? Oregon, in a weird game, goes in Northwestern, beats the Wildcats by 20. This Oregon team's good, Matt.
Yeah,
like
garbage time touchdowns, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit. Miami.
Like we thought.
South Florida. This game had a heavy delay. There was like a 2-hour delay.
It's just weather in South Florida for you.
Yes.
But that was a stomping, as we sort of expected. Like,
South Florida may have been a bit out of their league. But, I mean, the defense. I mean, they picked off Carson Beck twice.
Yeah, there's the Carson Beck that
But, I mean, he had 340, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And Mark Fletcher had 2 TDs, 120 on the ground.
Fletcher's been really good.
How many times did they sack Bynum?
Byron Brown?
I want to know how much the defense.
How much is he under pressure? Go to the box. Miami had.
Gosh. Just go down to the bottom. I'll show.
Only 2.
4 tackles for loss. Yeah, I'm gonna say it happened. USF probably got buried in the trenches and they just weren't able to hold on. And Miami's a really good team this year. They're have legit. A chance to go very far in the playoffs. They have I'd say they probably have the best defensive line in the country and one of the best offensive lines in the country. But this team is just.
They're legit, man. I mean, it seems like them and Florida State are setting up for a collision course in the ACC.
They play each other week 6, I believe.
Week 6? That's going to be really good. Is it at Florida State or at Miami?
I want to say it's Florida State. I want to say it's at Doak Walker.
That will be that'll be a really fun game. Yeah, at Florida State. Yeah. Man. But, I mean, Miami's got no slouch. We'll talk about them. Yeah. They're the host of College Game Day this week. Welcome them in. None other than Billy Napier and the Florida Gators.
I would have been very happy to see this game 2 weeks ago, but yeah.
Not anymore.
Billy Napier's still coaching, so.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of games.
Georgia, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
What a game.
Man.
I couldn't really watch this game, but we were following up in the stands.
This one was legit.
Yeah.
First of all, I will come on here and say I have been low on Georgia all year. I'm done. Gunnar Stockton completely earned my respect. 23-31, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. He looked amazing.
Yeah, he balled.
Joey Aguilar, too.
Yeah, he also did. The
2 interceptions, don't ignore it. Like, he played a lights-out game. And Tennessee, I mean, this was just back and forth. This is classic college football, which you want to see. But the Vols thought they had this game won. Did you see all the clips of them? They missed it was like a 40-yarder.
I saw the student section on the field goal that could have won it.
Yeah,
but
it was like a 40-yarder, and they thought they drilled it. Whole stadium's freaking out, and then everybody kind of like realizes, like, they're like,
pushed it right.
We missed. So, and then it just goes to overtime, and they can't capitalize. Georgia gets the win. It's a heartbreaker. I really thought Tennessee was going to beat the Dogs, and I was really close. This was a common theme. A lot of my picks really just came up that much short.
I love I knew the dogs were flying under the radar. And then,
they're flying under the radar. We'll jump to the other game that ended in that heartbreak fashion. Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers go down to Georgia Tech. To me, Georgia Tech is another one that I don't think now people are going to put them in that conversation for the ACC with Florida State and Miami.
Yeah.
It feels like everybody's kind of written them in like it's going to be Florida State, Miami at ACC championship, nobody else. Yellow Jackets got something else to say about that.
I think I'm just more upset about Clemson than impressed by Georgia Tech because I've already been high on Georgia Tech. We said this before that this was a trap game, but we thought Clemson could bounce back during the trap game. But, man, Haynes King.
I'm impressed by Haynes King. He is in the Heisman race.
Continues to ball.
Yeah. But, I mean, Clemson, there's a lot of people. Obviously, they're now 1-2. I don't believe they're ranked anymore. But Dabo Swinney has had a lot of interesting things to say. Yeah. He said today in his press conference, he said, if Clemson no longer wants to win, then they can let me go. That doesn't feel like the thing you should be saying when you're 1-2 and your team came in with the Heisman favorite and national championship aspirations.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one location where I think Dabo Swinney could coach next, and it is some Crimson Tide, but
I mean, at this point again, I'm a little bit more sold on I'm way more sold on Alabama than I am Clemson.
Yeah,
because they have royally struggled.
Yeah.
To start the year. Another one royally struggling.
Arch
Manning in Texas. 27-10 victory at home to UTEP, and Arch, plain and simple, did not look good in this game.
Yeah, Texas has just not looked good all year on really pretty much everything. He's thrown a lot of picks, not completed a lot of passes. They're not using his legs whatsoever.
They use his legs.
They use those legs this game.
Yeah, this game they used mobility, but it was the passing. I mean, I think it was like going into halftime before he had a touchdown. Yeah. He had like an 8 straight incompletion. In a row. Like it was bad. Like they were booing him off the field. Texas fans right now, again, they're sitting fine. They're 2-1 with the only loss being to the number 1 team in the nation, Ohio State. But I think the panic meter is rising a little bit on Big Orange.
I don't want to say it's like I haven't like really sat down and watched a lot of Texas film because we didn't really get a chance to really watch the Ohio State game because we were up in the box for the Robert Morris West Virginia game.
Yeah.
But I mean, the clips that I have seen, he just looks like he's just completely missing targets.
It's just
left
off.
and right.
Like the fundamentals are completely off for him.
Neil Brown effect.
The Neil Brown, that's crazy. Arch so far on the year is 47 of 85, a 55% completion rate for 570 yards, and 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
300 of those yards are like against a D2 school or something, or an FCS school.
Yeah, the school they played last week. Who was it?
I don't even.
It was who did Burn Orange play? San Jose State.
Yeah,
that's who it was.
And they even win by a lot in that game.
Because Arch had like 4 touchdowns in a 5-minute span in the first half. That's what made that score look good. But, I mean, just everyone is all over Manning. And you got to remember, he's still, he's young. It's his first time. But, he's had the time to sit behind Ewers. Everybody in Texas thought, that we gave him enough time to sit. They thought it would be a little bit more like the Jordan Love effect. He'd come in ready to go. That's not been the case.
No, Quinn Ewers is really rubbing off on him.
I still can't believe you said the Neil Brown effect.
It is.
That's crazy. Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you.
He's having breakfast with him. It's
he's Neil Brown is keeping him focused on everything but football.
Yeah, but it's obviously not working.
Yeah, maybe Neil. I don't know. I don't think he wants Neil to be talking to him about football.
No.
Moving to other games, Vandy, South Carolina.
Yeah,
the Commodores,
like we said.
But this one again, it's a little lopsided misleading because of the Lenore Seller injury. Just a heartbreak to South Carolina fans. Yeah. I mean, seeing their guy go down, who many people assumed at this point in the year, like going into this, that he possibly was the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah,
I think it was him and Mateer that were kind of going for it, Dante Moore. But now with the Sellers injury, who knows how long he's going to be out. Diego Pavia and the Commodores, though, 3-0.
Ranked.
Already 1-0 in the SC. They're back to being ranked. I mean, we keep saying it. The culture has shifted.
Yeah,
heavy in Vandy.
Clark Lee's got those boys down in Nashville.
Believing.
roaring to go.
Yeah,
But,
Vanderbilt just believes. Like, that's been the difference. They believe now that they can go into these places and, like they said, silent sandstorm.
Yep.
But
I forgot this game was in Columbia.
Yeah. A story came out today about Diego Pavia where apparently his attorney was trying to get him another year of eligibility.
Yeah. And then he came out and said,
not true.
Cap.
Yeah, that was cap. This is Pavia's last season in college football with Vanderbilt. We're going to see where he can take him.
Yeah, we're going to see how far Vandy can go. How far can
you look at the schedule, because after that you have versus Georgia State, who they're going to be heavy favorites, and Utah State, who they're going to be heavy favorites. And then they go to Alabama.
5 ranked games in a row.
Yeah, they end the season in Kentucky and at Tennessee, but I mean Alabama, LSU, Mizzou, at Texas.
That's brutal. And then at Tennessee to finish off the year.
Yeah, but I mean that's like I'll continue to say it. That's just SEC life.
Yeah, everybody's playing ranked teams now.
But I mean, Clark Lee, like this man has saved Vanderbilt. Like he's put him on the map.
Oh, I wish he was still in blue and gold. We need him back in DC.
I mean, the culture that he's
bring
brought.
back Clark Lee for the DC job.
Nah, dude, Notre Dame's gonna be fine. You want to talk about Notre Dame now? You want to keep going? We'll save it for a little bit.
Games that are
dude. Arkansas, Ole Miss. You want to talk about cinema?
I don't know how Ole Miss moved up after that game, but you know.
What do you mean?
I guess not after that game. Just normally how they.
Yeah,
this wasn't Austin Simmons.
No, I believe Simmons got hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, Simmons only had 1 pass for 4 yards touchdown. But
that's the D2 guy.
Yeah, Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, he balled out. So did Taylor Green. He still had an incredible game. He had 22 of 35, 305 and a touchdown, 14 for 115 and a touchdown. I mean, he tried to do everything he could. But just the Arkansas defense. Still, though, in my opinion, this is, obviously it sucks for Arkansas to lose this one.
We had a lot of high-scoring games this week.
Yeah, there were a lot of high-scoring games. But they were, very competitive. I think the Hogs are going to be just fine. They like where they're at. It's just, you've got to.
Just tough game.
You got to find ways to win. At this point, Alabama rolled Wisconsin. Nobody expected anything different. Utah, Wyoming. Cowboys tried to keep it close.
Slow game. Game.
Them Dampier got going.
Michigan rolled per usual against Central Michigan.
The Biff Poggi era. 2-game era. And, man, just everything that came from this game, it was amazing. Bryce Underwood's legs. He looked so good on the ground. Poggi's post-game press conference, he got real emotional when they talked about Sharon.
Did he wear a shirt? Or did he?
He wore a shirt. He wore a shirt. Yeah, but he had some great quotes. They asked about Barham, got a little bit injured during the game, and Poggi said, yeah, we're doing tests on him, but he said those tests might come back, and they might show he's superhuman. He called Bryce Underwood Batman. But the best part was at the end when they asked him about Sharon, Poggi got real emotional, talked about, how he's, got to Michigan and all that, but how he's grown really close to Sharon. Sharon's brought him back to the program. And he said this was 120 love letters from kids to their head football coach.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Michigan's got a big test this week in Lincoln. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, there's who else? I don't think there's.
Do we have anything? Do we have any late games?
Not that I can remember.
No.
A lot of G5 games.
Mississippi State, Dark Horse, Virginia Tech lost to Old Dominion 45-26. Sorry, all the Hokie fans out there.
Sorry, Brent Pry.
Brent Pry's fired. Tulane beat Duke.
Yep, Tulane continues to roll.
Duke is not a good loss.
Yeah.
I mean, Darren Menza, he threw 50 passes.
Gets beat by his old team.
Navy
continues to roll.
Yeah, Navy's rolling, but Tulsa gave him a little bit of a fight. I think that was about it. Cal's 3-0. This is another one in the ACC.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking. Cal has a very easy, not easy, but very favorable. They don't play Clemson, and they don't play Florida State.
They're going to be undefeated rolling into SMU.
I mean, you've got at San Diego State, at Boston College, Duke, North Carolina, at Virginia Tech. I mean, look at this.
They could be undefeated rolling into Louisville.
Undefeated?
Where are they going to lose?
I mean, yeah, but that would put them at what, 9-0?
I don't know where they could lose.
I mean, it's
maybe
Cal.
A trap game here and there, but still.
You got Belichick on a late night. My goodness, 10:30.
Yeah, because they're going to the West Coast for that game.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So
same with Duke. Duke has to travel to the West Coast. I mean, I don't want to say this is our Indiana, but
it's Bear territory.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Cal gained the respect of everyone across the nation last year.
Yeah.
When College Game Day went there. I mean, that was sick. That was a great. Anytime you go to game day and it's dark you know you're in for a good time.
And you're up till 1 a.m. still watching the game, It's a great game.
You know the story. Tell the whole world that's Bear territory.
Basically.
Pat McAfee got him going.
Yeah.
All the nerds out there. But, I think it's time, Matt. I think you've got to fight your demons here. Texas A&M Notre Dame. In a absolute classic of a game, it's the Aggies who win 41-40. They went down, scored the game-winning touchdown with mere seconds left on the clock.
I never thought I'd see the day where Notre Dame hangs 40 on a top 15 team and loses. But, the defense is just abysmal this year. They're probably statistically ranked one of the worst defenses in the country. They're allowing more points than they're putting up. Chris Ash needs to be shipped back to Rutgers. I don't know why he's still hired. Marcus Freeman can just call the plays now. The offense looked great, but the offense looked more than I wanted. They ran the ball well. They threw the ball well. They established that they are a great offense. CJ Carr is going to be a Heisman finalist next year, probably. This defense just sucks.
Our guest pickers arrived fresh off the wheels up jet into the studio.
Yeah.
Sports director Quinn Roby in the house.
I wish it was a wheels up jet.
You didn't come in here on wheels up? Oh, I should turn you on. What mic are you?
4. There we go.
Hey, Quinn.
Now they can hear me, I think. Yeah, now they can hear me.
They can hear you.
I wish it was a wheels up jet. That traffic was terrible.
Yeah, just a normal day in Morgan.
Was it as bad as Saturday night?
God, no. Saturday night that's your phone, not mine. That traffic was terrible.
It was, it was pretty. It was cool to see. Definitely seeing the city buzzing like that. Something we haven't seen in a little bit, but it was really awesome to see all the Mountaineer fans out there perusing the streets, hanging out, having a good time, drinking some beverages.
Yep.
Can you say that? Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah. Drinking beverages? Yeah, you got to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
After a big win like that, goodness knows Pitt needed to hydrate after all those cramps they were having.
I was going to say.
I'll tell you what.
He
is still upset about that.
Rich Rod?
Yeah, he would not let it go yesterday in the pressers.
Man,
we need some of their medical staff over here. Maybe they can heal Jaheim White.
That's what he said. Prayers up to Jaheim. He had surgery today.
I saw that.
That's true, yeah.
But, Jaheim might be healthy if we had Pitt's training staff.
Mind you, he had surgery in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Jaheim did?
Mm-hmm.
There's no those types of doctors here.
Yeah. They were saying something he had to have an ultrasound on his knee.
He didn't go down to Chad Lavender and get one of those fertilized ACLs down there in Huntington.
Some game-breaking technology down there.
It literally is game-breaking technology, quite literally.
Yeah.
All right, we've been going over kind of a lot of the matchups from last week. Anything you want to highlight from the last week 3 slate? We talked about West Virginia Pitt a little bit.
I was gonna say, what did you say about West Virginia Pitt? Because
we talked a good bit about them.
Can we talk about the how just good Nico looked in the fourth quarter? He looked like a completely different quarterback in the fourth quarter.
Mr. Clutch. That's what happens when you bench your starting quarterback.
What happens when you get motivated?
Well, he was 13 of 16 going into the second half. Shouldn't have been benched at all.
I think it was just for the spark of it.
It was just for the spark of things. Listen, I understand trying to play different quarterbacks and whatnot, but really, Nico has the offense runs the best with him, and that's known. And obviously with this offense, he's not going to throw 300-plus yards.
What about the fat package?
The fat package?
Dude,
I love it.
Were you watching Pat McAfee this morning?
This morning?
Yeah, when Rich Rod was on there?
Oh, you mean yesterday?
Or yesterday? My bad.
No, I was not.
It was awesome.
I went back and watched a little bit of it. Now that package, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised nobody in college football has done something like that sooner.
Yeah, I'm surprised Michigan.
I wish Notre Dame would do that.
I'm surprised Michigan hasn't. That just feels like Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, right.
I know Notre Dame's put 8. I know they've done 8
Yeah.
on the field with it. They've gone split back with the quarterback and put 8 on the field.
But he said it's not the true fat package yet until he gets a 400-pound boy to run the ball.
He's going to get somebody to run the ball.
I don't know. Ty Edwards runs the ball like he's 400 pounds.
He will get somebody to run the football.
Can you imagine Eddie V just getting in there
I was
fullback?
just going to say he's going to get
Eddie Kelly. Eddie Kelly's going to come
Eddie Kelly?
You know what? Put Jamori in there.
I was going to say, Jamori could...
He's a freak athlete.
I've seen Jamori run the ball before.
He's a freak.
He can do it.
Hey, he's not on the depth chart this week.
He's not?
What do they do? What's going... Oh, my gosh.
The depth chart did not change.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, did you see those oars still on there?
Okay.
Ty Edwards is still a 3 on the depth
No,
chart,
he's the one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
he'll be the one.
Jamori's probably not listed because he's only going to play like
he's going to play
12 snaps.
They said he's going to play probably 50 to 70 snaps.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I expected.
Dang.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
what
a
they
lot.
said.
I thought he'd be kind of more on that, like, Micah Parsons schedule.
That's what I thought too. But I think, all around, West Virginia, Nico looked good.
Yeah.
Defense looked exceptional. Mind
Yes.
you, the defense is 6 sacks away from tying last year's total.
Yeah, and
Sacks.
they have
Through 3 games?
Yeah, we're through 3 games.
I mean, it checks out.
they have more picks this year.
Yeah, so they have more picks now than last year already. Fumbles, not yet. They'll get there.
They haven't punched that many out. They've only punched
Yeah,
like
they
one
have
out, one or two.
fumbles. Fumbles isn't their expertise. It's more of ball hawking
Yeah.
is their expertise. And can't be mad at that.
They're also top 5 in TFLs this year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they have more than last year, I'm pretty sure.
Top 5 in TFLs across the nation?
Yes, they're also like second in the nation in sacks.
That's awesome.
This defense is...
Yeah.
You saw what Holstein was going through.
Yeah.
He was a completely different quarterback. And, I said this on Sports Night last week. I said, you put pressure on Eli Holstein, you're going to win that football game. And sure enough, you did. You put enough pressure on him. You sacked him 6 times. But you also, part of it, too, was that defense was drawing penalties, too. I've never seen a defense be able to do that.
Yeah.
They had over 100 yards in penalties, Pitt did. That's just impressive. But, yeah, West Virginia, they look good. I think this week, and I know we're getting ready to pick it, but 12.5-point underdogs?
13.5.
13.5? Oh, boy.
Keeps going up.
Seems a little crazy to me.
I mean,
Over-under is only 56.5.
I think
Seems a little nuts.
I think the line goers, they're kind of maybe they did some homework and saw West Virginia on the road, especially after a big win.
They saw West Virginia after big win.
Normally doesn't end up very good, but before we get into the picks, we're going to quickly go over the new AP polls that release. There hasn't been much change.
Oh, Oregon dropped a little bit.
Yeah, Oregon dropped after again. They only beat Northwestern
You scroll up.
by 20.
No, go. Yep.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Come on, ESPN.
ESPN's changed their app altogether.
Is Vandy
Yeah.
in there yet?
Yeah.
Vandy's in there.
They're
Good, they should be.
They're at 20.
They should be.
Going from 20 and not ranked, but a couple guys dropped in. The top 10 stayed mostly the same. A&M jumps in
Okay.
there, and then Illinois stayed there.
7 to 9 should not be.
Florida State 7.
Wow, I'm surprised to see Illinois up there.
A&M should be above both those teams.
Hudson Clement ranked number 9th in the country. Too bad he's gotten like 2 catches on the year.
Well, they finally play a ranked team, but too bad it's Indiana.
Yeah,
so.
it's Indiana, so I don't know who we're going to be rooting for that. Miami's up to 4.
As my
They
roommate
deserve
would
to
say,
be.
battle of the mids.
Miami should be 2. They're better than LSU, and they're better than.
Oklahoma at 11. They're 1 behind. Iowa State is at 12. Somehow, in some way, Iowa State's 4-0.
Yeah.
They just continue to find ways to win. Rocco Beck.
Well, they had to play a terrible Kansas State team. Kansas is bad. Kansas
I don't know
State.
how.
Iowa
they're
State is
not-
barely beating these teams,
click
though.
on Kansas State. Look at them right now.
We
How
know
did they
Kansas
move
State's
up?
bad. Who?
Did Iowa State move up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
They're
4-0.
4-0.
Utah's going to be 4-0 probably, or Texas Tech.
Look at this. You barely beat North Dakota. You get beat by Army, and then you get beat by Arizona. And let me tell you, to be quite honest with you, UCF, you might get beat by them.
I don't even know who.
That's next. That's
Gus
next weekend.
Malzahn's
Oh,
team.
that's a good thing that
Who? UCF?
Yeah.
Gus Malzahn's not there anymore.
Scott Frost.
I knew it was one of the two.
He's back at the
It
alma
was one of
mater.
the two.
Scott Frost's going to rebuild.
Malzahn's at Florida State.
You have a
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's the OC.
Yeah.
got a week off, but boy, they look rough. But Iowa State, I don't know. I'm a Rocco Beck fan, obviously, but I don't know. 12 seems a little high. They haven't really played anybody.
The Big 12 teams, they're trying
We're
to
back
hang
down
on.
3. We're back down to 3.
They are whittling down. Ole Miss jumps
Who's
all the way.
receiving votes?
13 receiving votes.
Yeah.
Let's go down here. BYU is right on the clip.
South Florida, South Carolina, Mississippi State.
I'm surprised. TCU is the team I think that's right there. That should probably be getting a little bit more hype. Maybe lost the vote.
How is Navy losing votes? They won by 20.
Throw the football, you get some votes.
It's the shit.
They did throw the football. Blake Gorback threw 2 picks.
I'm surprised
He
they.
threw 2 picks?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm
He also had
surprised.
3 touchdowns, though.
I'm surprised South Carolina dropped all the way out. Obviously the loss
they
of Sellers
didn't.
hurt.
Oh, they dropped
they
all the way
did.
out of the rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
They're all the way out, which really. They missed cuts by a little bit. They're officially done. SC, they finally
They
ranked
should
them.
be ranked.
They won't be.
Notre Dame at 0-2 stays in the top 25. They're the first team, I think it said, since 1988 to be 0-2 and still ranked.
They should be. It's two losses against ranked opponents.
Yeah, and they're 0-2.
Yeah, it would be different if they got blown out in those games.
Is it like, I know I'm going to say this, but they beat everybody up until A&M, and they probably beat Texas, and they beat Florida State, and they beat Illinois. You couldn't convince me that they'd lose to any of the teams that are ranked above them until A&M.
Yeah, probably.
You couldn't convince me. They beat Oklahoma.
You think they can beat Tennessee after what A&M just did to them?
Yeah. Tennessee doesn't have the same explosion at receiver that A&M does. Mario Craver is something else.
That's true.
I've never seen somebody put up 200 yards.
I think it was cool. Tennessee, they didn't move them at all. They kept them right at 15.
They shouldn't have dropped.
I mean, they hung right in there with the number 5 team in the nation.
Yeah, that was more
Barely
impressive
lost.
of Georgia than it was bad on Tennessee. Tennessee was a missed field goal away from winning the game.
But yeah, the top 10 say most same. Then you had a lot of big jumps going up.
I can't believe Ole Miss jumped
All the way to 13, Ole Miss.
I don't think they're that good of a team.
Utah jumped to 16. Texas up to 17. Georgia Tech moves all the way to 18 after not being ranked. Vandy's into the top 20.
I can't believe Vandy's ahead of
Auburn moves up. Mizzou moves up.
The SEC bias is crazy because you can't
Look at over here in the coaches
the
poll.
coaches poll looks great.
You think with all the South Carolina State in
should
there.
be in the coaches poll.
I mean,
Rank them.
Auburn shouldn't be
Lost
ahead of
the
Notre
Bobbies,
Dame.
man.
I don't care that Notre Dame's 0-2. Notre Dame should never be behind Auburn right now in any sort of poll.
Yeah, Auburn being 22nd again. They have Oklahoma.
I mean, they do have the Baylor win, which looks better and better each week.
That is true. Sorry, Robertson continues to impress.
Yeah.
But
Hey, check out that FCS coaches poll. Who we got in there? Any surprise?
No, that looks all correct.
Yeah, it's the Dakotas.
Keeps going. Lehigh,
Darlington State.
Villanova. I mean,
Villanova. Hang on.
I mean, they hung in there.
1-1. Their losses to
Penn State.
Yeah.
Played them this week. Yeah, no, not really a surprise there.
No,
It's
that
the Dakotas.
looks all right.
The Dakotas are never. It's going to be weird to not see the Dakotas
It's
1
North
and 2.
Dakota State, South Dakota State, and now North Dakota is starting to make their way.
They're moving up. They're ranked.
Because they almost beat Kansas State.
Yeah.
They're right there, 17th.
There you go.
Jackson State, yeah, they should be in there.
They're 1 and 2, and they're ranked 17th.
Yeah.
Well, who are their 2 losses to?
Kansas State, and then they have another ranked. Oh, no, it's Montana.
But that's a
Montana.
top rank.
Yeah.
By a point.
All right. What are we picking here,
All
fellas?
right. I've got the games pulled up.
All right.
We've got 8 games to pick. So far, our guest pickers. Nico was our guest picker on the first time we did this. He went 4 and 2. Pretty impressive. Then Cody. Cody went 4 and 4 last week. Total standings, I'm 5 and 9 total, and Matt's 6 and 8.
So all I got to do is beat Nico. That's what you're saying.
All you got to do is beat Nico.
Yeah.
You got a little bit
Then
more
you'll have the
games.
crown.
So we'll start it off. We're going to start it off. We're going to go with the pick. West Virginia and Kansas going to be the first one we go with. Mountaineers on the road definitely do not have the most fortune when it comes to Big 12 road games.
I will preface that the only reason me and Brett, the only reason that we had losses were because we picked against West Virginia last week.
It was reverse psychology.
Yeah, we knew this was going to happen. We knew when we picked Pitt, West Virginia would win. So
It's the same reason I picked A&M, but then
we were saving the brand.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick West Virginia.
You're going West Virginia?
I guess this just means they're going to lose now, just because I picked them.
All right, so you're going West Virginia. I'm not. 14 points. The Mountaineers on the road. I've been a West Virginia fan my entire life. I know how this goes. Mountaineers coming off of a big win. They go on the road. It does not end well. Kansas looks really good right now.
I'm just hoping they carry the juice. They come with the same explosiveness.
Jalen Daniels is playing way better.
Hopefully this lit like a fire under Nico, and they've figured out the offense where they have a good balance of the run game with the pass game. Ronnie Gallagher's getting more involved. Hopefully they'll be able to scheme Cam Vaughn a little better just to try to get him more open and put him on some different route concepts. But I'm just trusting that this defense just is able to contain Jalen Daniels and continues to impress, and they just make him uncomfortable and just fight in the trenches.
Yeah, they've got to get Vaughn back into the system. Quinn?
I'm going to go Kansas, but I think it's going to be close. I'm going to go Kansas because we saw WVU struggle with Parker Navarro. Daniels is
mobile quarterbacks.
Just like Parker Navarro,
Yeah.
except Daniels can't throw the football to save his life.
He's actually been throwing the football more than he's been running it this year.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has 9 passing touchdowns.
I think because he's realized that the reason why he's had injury issues the last 2 years has been because he's running the football. So
He's being protected more in that offense for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kansas for this, but I'm also going to say this. Matt and I were talking about this last night. Kansas's left tackle is one of the lowest graded left tackles according to PFF. You put Jamori Robinson up on him, you don't stand a chance. Watch for that. If that happens, you could see something happen there, but I think Kansas wins a close one at home. Obviously, that place, it's a newly renovated stadium.
Yeah. That's the biggest factor to me.
It's going to be an insane crowd. It's going to be West Virginia, who's coming off one of their biggest wins in program history, to be completely honest with
biggest win of the last.
Biggest win in the last 6 years, for sure.
I'd argue it's the biggest win since the Texas win.
Yeah, by far. And when you look at it, obviously the guy's going to be juiced up. I think if Nico Marchiol can keep the football in West Virginia's hands, they can win that game. But for right now, I'm going to take Kansas.
Kansas. All right, next game, I had to throw them in there. Michigan at Lincoln against Nebraska. Matt, who you taking?
Michigan. I hate Matt Rule and I hate Dylan Raiola.
There we go. Exactly. Okay, I don't know about Raiola. Raiola has been impressive.
He's just weird.
Matt Rule. I do not like Matt Rule. I'm a big Cam Newton fan. I grew up loving Cam. Matt Rule came in there and just ruined his career.
And they almost lost to Cincinnati.
It was hard to watch. Quinn, Michigan, at Lincoln. The line's 2.5 in favor of Michigan on the road.
I will never take Dana Holgorsen in a game ever. Even if Dana Holgorsen wasn't there, I'd still take Michigan. I think Raiola is probably the only thing Nebraska has right now. I do like Matt Rule. I think I think if you give him the right amount of tools to build a program, he can. We saw what he did at Baylor. But I think Michigan takes this one.
Okay, next game we'll move into the host of Big Noon, a big top 20 matchup, Texas Tech at Utah. This is a big one.
Noon.
Yeah, this is at noon.
So it's a 10 o'clock start actually for
That's
their time
crazy.
zone, for their time zone.
It's gonna be early.
So what time does Big Noon open for this? Is this like game day?
Oh, it's probably like 3 a.m.
Oh yeah,
so
they'll be there.
Gosh,
Devin Dampier against Oil Money.
Give me the Utes. I think the Utes are the best team in the Big 12. That offensive line is the best in the country. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and I just think they continue to roll in the home environment.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't see anyone really touching Utah at this point in the schedule. Obviously, it's Big 12. Anything can happen on any given Saturday or Thursday or Friday whenever these games are played. But Utah looks really good. Devin Dampier continues to impress. I think he's really just under the radar in that Heisman contention. So I'll take Utah. Quinn, you got to save the graphic here. Go with the Red Raiders.
I would love to, because Texas Tech's offense, it seems like the last couple of years doesn't look good, but I think Utah just looks too good.
Yeah.
So I think Utah takes this one.
Utah is looking really good to start this year. Next game, we move into a little old school rivalry, SMU-TCU. Battle for Texas here. This one under the radar. I think this would get a lot more attention if SMU didn't drop that double overtime thriller to Baylor. Josh Hoover and the Horns, though. This might be it, though. If the Horny Toads can get this one, I think the ranks possibilities start to really open up a lot more.
Yeah, I got to go with TCU. That offense just looks too impressive. And this is going to be a complete offensive showdown. It's going to be much like that Baylor game between SMU, but this is going to be like in the 40s. I would definitely look at that overline and think about two heavily offensive-minded coaches. What's the SMU's quarterback's name?
Kevin Jennings. Josh Hoover, just pure offense. This is classic. This would be a classic Big 12 slugfest. Yeah, SMU, they continue just try and capitalize off that playoff performance last year. But to me, I just don't see TCU dropping this one. I really like what the Frogs have going back. Again, it just feels like the momentum was killed the year after the national championship. Georgia, obviously 69-3, most lopsided national championship in history. They fell to the Colorado and Coach Prime effect. They didn't let that happen this year against North Carolina. But it feels like after that game, nobody's talked about them.
Yeah.
They've just everybody's forgot. They're focused on some of these bigger teams in the Big 12. I don't think so. I think TCU continues to just send a statement. Sonny Dykes not going to give up.
Yeah, I think, you look at SMU, like you guys mentioned, that 2 overtime game against Baylor. Baylor ends up winning that game, and then you look at TCU, obviously, they haven't really played anybody. They played UNC, but it's UNC. I still think TCU wins this because, like you said, the offense for TCU looks good right now, and the way that things are, TCU, like you mentioned, Brett, could find their way into the rankings because the next ranked team that they'll play isn't until November 8th when they'll take on Iowa State. They'll take on West Virginia a week before that. So I think TCU takes this one.
Yeah, next game we'll move into SEC matchup. This one, Auburn at Oklahoma. Lincoln continues to be a prime site for big games this year. I think this is a 3:30 kick.
Yeah.
3:30 on ABC, 22nd ranked Tigers against 11th ranked Sooners. Matt, I have a feeling I know where you're going to go with this one.
Oklahoma rolls.
You don't believe at all
I don't
that
believe
Auburn.
No, I don't believe in Hugh Freeze.
You don't believe in Hugh Freeze. You
No.
don't think this is the year they can finally break through.
Absolutely.
You don't think if he turns it around, he might go to Virginia Tech?
Hugh Freeze?
Yeah.
No.
A lot of people are saying
Why do you
that
think
if he
so many
turns-
people are going to leave to go to
No,
Virginia Tech?
It's where he was at Liberty. He has that pipeline, and he recruits well there. And they think that, if he can turn things around at Auburn this year, and he might want to, leave, and because Virginia Tech's a little bit of less pressure, some would say. I mean, which is true. It is a less pressure to win necessarily there. It's just Brent Pry had 4 years to try to win. It's not like we're at an SEC school. If you don't win in 3 years, 3 years, you're already on the hot seat. I mean, Billy Napier's probably gotten a little too much time. But, I don't know. I mean, Hugh Freeze, if he can get a win here against Oklahoma, hang on. He might be going to Blacksburg.
You think another big SEC name might be heading their way to
Only
Blacksburg?
because of his dad. If his dad wasn't at Virginia Tech, he wouldn't be
Yeah,
considered.
it's just the legacy.
I
I mean, Beamer and Virginia Tech.
I mean, you got to give him a blank check, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a former
Absolutely.
quarterback who's going to be the next coach at
No
Virginia
way.
Tech.
Not this early. No way. I know
yes, this
exactly who
early. Yes, this
you're
early.
alluding to.
Yes, this
That's
early.
a disaster waiting
That
to happen in
I
Blacksburg.
believe they told him to go coach somewhere small to get some coaching experience.
You
For a
really
year?
think?
Yes, I think Mike Vick will be the next head coach. I think it's going to be like Dion. They're just going to bring him in for the publicity.
Yeah, but the thing with Dion is he had years of coaching experience. Mike Vick has got 1 year.
years?
He was at Jackson State.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he had 2 or 3.
It's still going to be more than Mike Vick.
It's going to be one more year than Mike Vick.
Oh, that's such a bad idea.
Just think, he's going to have the
Hokie
Dion effect
Nation's
where
gonna
he
be-
just gets recruits. He's just going to pull eyes.
I mean, Mike Vick leading him out to enter Sandman. Tell me you don't want to see that.
That'd be pretty sick.
Back on topic, I'm with Matt, Oklahoma. John Mateer, still am not convinced that not enough people are talking about Oklahoma. Lincoln is officially back. I sat there and watched that Michigan game and was like, man, Brent Venables has figured it out. If you listen to TCT last week, abysmal that Brent Venables was 10th on the coach's hot seat. What are we doing? Can you believe that? Dico's like, well, it's based off last year. He's 3-0 now, was 2-0, had just beaten Michigan.
He's not going to get fired.
John Mateer is the Heisman
anymore.
favorite.
Not
You'd
anymore.
be nuts.
No. Are you going with Oklahoma?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Mateer's my Heisman frontrunner right now. He looks
I think
good.
he's everybody's.
Yeah, I don't think
He
any.
looks good.
I mean, it's gonna be it's a wide open Heisman race. I think
It
there's
is.
so many people that can go on, but I mean, I think Mateer's that step up. You know what he has? He's got that swagger
He's got
that
that,
an Oklahoma
he's got that
quarterback
Baker
needs.
swagger.
This will be a test for him. If he can go, I know Auburn's not good, but you know what I mean? It's an SEC game.
22nd in the nation, 3-0.
That's
Auburn.
true. That is true. I mean, if he can win this game, I mean, I know they beat Michigan. I know. But, Michigan has that freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it was like they were expected to win that game. This one, you feel like could go either way. I think if John Mateer can play the football he's been playing,
What's the line on that game?
he can,
That's what I was gonna look. Oklahoma is a -6.5.
Yeah, okay.
Makes sense.
All right.
But again, midday game at home. I mean, just the stats are he's almost at 1,000 yards already passing.
Yeah.
And that's not
Just
including his rushing yards.
5 touchdowns, 3 picks, though. The 3 picks is a little alarming.
Yeah, but I mean, that's 5 touchdowns through the air. I believe he's got.
He's got a bunch on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see. It's not going to show me there, is it?
No,
You're good. You're good.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, just go down.
Where'd it go?
Rushing.
Right there, see it? No.
Look at next to passing.
Where? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Rushing.
4.
So he's got, 4 rushing touchdowns already. So really 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But he's been impressive. Next game, we'll move on to the Big Ten matchup. Illinois, Indiana. 2 teams. Illinois is in the top 10, which really surprised me. They return a lot of production. This Brent Bielema feels like this might be the year the Illini could really get going. Indiana, Kurt Signetti. Obviously, a lot happening last year in his first season with the Hoosiers. Took them to the playoff. Fortunately, they met Notre Dame in that first round and scored a couple garbage times to make it look a lot closer than it was. Does Signetti finally get that big win that he loves to talk about? He says, nobody can beat me. I'm one of the best coaches. Google me if you want. Is this it? Is this his moment to finally step into the spotlight?
No, because he doesn't beat top 25 teams. They're gonna get rolled. They're gonna get embarrassed again on a national stage, and he's just gonna continue to look like a fool that thinks he can beat ranked teams. And those ranked teams would be Coastal Carolina.
I agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree. I'm with you, Matt. I am not the biggest fan of Signetti. I'll say that. We'll keep it light. If you ever want to be on the show, Kurt, we'll gladly take you. But Quinn, I know you're going to want to talk about it, so I'll just take Illinois politely. I'll take the Illini, take Bielema, take Luke Altmaier and the boys, Huddy Tuddy. Do you want to talk about you want to talk about Indiana?
Neil Brown gets fired a year later. Kirk Signetti's our head coach.
100%. He's a home run hire. Well, home run hire for the university.
Look what he did. Yeah, I mean, look what he did at Indiana. I just still think it's part of that rebuilding stage. I think obviously last year, I mean, it's everyone knows. I mean, it was a pancake schedule. To be completely honest with you, so when you look at things, and as much as I hate to pick Huddy Tuddy and his boys, I'm gonna have to just because it's still a rebuilding year. I think Signetti can do it, but this year it just seems like right now it's a little too early.
Man, a lot of similar picks going on with this group. I think that tells you.
You and I have picked similar.
Yeah, I think if that tells you anything, it just shows the knowledge that's at this table right now.
Knowers here.
I just took the Homer team.
You had to take the Homer. Last game before we move on to the biggest game of the week. I say it in quotation marks. It's the host of College Game Day. We'll move on one more. Big 12, Arizona State, Baylor. Arizona State now fresh off of the loss to Mississippi State, trying to rebound. Baylor and Sawyer Robertson are starting to receive votes, trying to make that push into the top 25 after the early loss to Auburn. I think this is really kind of, take your pick. It's in Waco. I think Dave Aranda, though, I think these Bears could, I don't know about maybe go to Texas for the Big 12 championship, but I think they could stop a lot of teams from getting there. Who you guys taking?
I think Baylor's going to win. I think that offense is ridiculous. I think Sawyer Robertson's one of the best in the country. Bryson Washington is also one of probably the best back in the Big 12 right now. I don't know who's going to this Baylor team. It just puts up points. Like Robertson just chucks the ball over the field, and I just haven't been impressed with Arizona State. I think it's sort of a step down. Like the fever dream's over. Jordan Tyson is the best receiver in this upcoming draft, so he's obviously going to be a problem for Baylor, but I just think Baylor's just going to be able to score at will, and that Arizona State defense just struggles too much.
I mean, Sawyer Robertson, he has already surpassed that 1,000-yard mark, 10 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. You already talked about Bryson Washington. Well, that's struggling. Yeah. Arizona State struggling without Scadaboo. Jordan Tyson is still playing really good. I do think this is, this feels like almost that kind of upset. It's the Big 12 opener for both of these teams. They're both sitting at 2-1, both kind of thinking, hey, if we don't get this one, it starts to look a little bit bleak for the rest of the way. I'm going to side with you, though, Matt. I think Robertson has been so good, and I think just Arizona State is missing that energy that Cam Scadaboo brought to the team last year. They just don't have it. Well, that looks good, but there's just something off. We know something's been off a little bit even since the offseason when we heard Coach Kenny Dillingham even saying like practices weren't going good. Yeah. He didn't feel the heart from this team, and I think it's kind of showed early in the year, and especially that Mississippi State game it showed.
I think Baylor's going to be 10-2.
Yeah.
10-2?
They play Utah, and that's it of their Big 12 schedule.
They don't have to play West Virginia, do they?
No, they played a bunch of the bottom teams.
West Virginia's had their number at Baylor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not last year. Not last year.
No.
Last year was not fun.
Well, last year they played us here. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
at Waco. It's been Mountaineers.
Waco, Mountaineers, especially on a comeback too.
Yeah. But that Utah game's the only game where maybe the TCU game if TCU continues to put up numbers, but
there's a lot of sneaky games. I mean, you have at Arizona, at Cincinnati, at TCU, but I mean,
none of those games really.
It's a favorable schedule for the Bears.
It's a stretch of the schedule. I mean, Arizona, who knows what they're going to do? I mean, they could be ranked if they can get some wins. They could be ranked by the end of the year. That game's so late. Plus, that game's at Arizona. That game could be sneaky too. But I agree.
Yeah.
I'll go Baylor too. I mean, Robertson has 10 touchdowns already. That's ridiculous. And he's a veteran quarterback. I mean, we've seen him for the last couple of years. I think Baylor's good this year. And I think this proves, I mean, like you said, Arizona State, they're struggling without Cam Scadaboo. So I think I really love Dillingham, and I think they can figure it out. But right now, it's too late for this to play against Baylor and try to figure it out.
And with that, it brings us to our game of the week, the site of College Game Day, going down to Hard Rock. Battle for Florida, Miami versus the Gators. Billy Napier sits at 1-2 against the 5th-ranked Hurricanes. I'm hearing a lot of people say, if Napier gets on the plane at 1-3, they don't know if he's going to make it to the facility.
There's no way, right? I mean, even if it's Miami, there's no way.
I mean, it's been a gauntlet this year for Florida. The Florida schedule is so hard.
You have to look at it this way. With Virginia Tech and UCLA, they've already fired their coaches, right? Yep. And a lot of people are saying it's for next year. Obviously, this year they know, already 0-3. With Florida, you're 1-3 if you lose this game. I know you lose to Miami if you lose this game. But
it doesn't get any easier.
You have to think about the future. Exactly. It does not get any easier. And so you got to turn the pages and look. And Napier has not been able to do it. I mean, he has a quarterback in DJ Lagway that we've seen flashes from. He should be winning these games, and he's just not.
Not last week. 5 interceptions against the Tigers.
He looked terrible.
Just the LSU defense, the crowd in Death Valley was getting his head. Matt, you picked the Gators to beat the Bayou Bengals. Do you think Billy Napier still has that game left in him? This is the Billy Napier Classic.
This is Billy Napier bounce back game. This is where he does it.
Yeah.
This is where he saves his job and extends for another year. Because if he gets this win, he's going to be coaching next year.
Are you going to double down?
But no,
You're off the train now.
It's not off the train. It's sort of, I'm just surprisingly rooting for Miami now because Notre Dame's 0-2 now, so I have to root for them to win. So Notre Dame's playoff chances stay alive. But Miami. And I think Miami's one of the better teams this year. Their defensive line and offensive lines have just been great. Beck continues to impress me. And I just think I think this could be the year that they make some noise this year.
I think Florida's defense is still. They held Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah, their defense is great.
He struggled, but DJ Lagway struggled. But I just think that this Miami offense continues to be one of the best across all of college football. Carson Beck's receiving group has been making incredible plays. Every time you see a highlight reel, you turn on SC Top 10. It's normally a player with the U on the helmet making an insane catch. I think Beck has the crew around him. I think this Miami team was legit. I finally think Mario Cristobal has figured it out and has his team ready to compete for the national championship. Coincidentally, the national championship is played in Hard Rock Stadium this year. Imagine the homecoming if the Hurricanes can come in there and fight for the championship on home turf.
Miami. I'm not even going to go into an explanation of that.
You know, no recap? You straight up? You just don't believe? You think it's over?
No.
Do you think it's over for Billy Napier?
It has to be. Even if he wins this game, I think he's got to be fired. I mean,
even if he wins, if he beats the number 5 team in the nation on the road,
he's going to go and lose. Show me the schedule. Show me the Florida schedule.
For Florida?
Yeah.
Do you want to look at it? You've got, after this game, you got Texas at home.
He'll drop that game to Kentucky. They'll lose 75-0 to Kentucky.
Kentucky? What?
No.
Kentucky's by far the worst team on this.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to lose that game. If he wins this and they keep him for the season, he will lose that game. I mean, he'll find some way to beat Florida State.
I know, because it's at home. You get these last 2 at home in the swamp, and Tennessee and Florida State. You get Georgia in the swamp.
No, that's neutral site.
Oh, it's neutral site. Okay,
that's played in
right.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, you get Texas in the swamp.
There's the Billy Napier game if he's still around for that game.
Arch Manning, that is not going to be a fun trip for him when he has to go down to Florida.
A&M and College Station is going to be difficult.
Yeah, if anybody going to College Station right now is difficult. A&M and Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed, another one. I think he's entered his name firmly in the Heisman talks.
I think his receiver, Mario Craver's in the Heisman talks after last game, but
a little bit biased there. It was a tough watch, Matt. I did feel bad. You know, I saw your face during that game, you know, just the letdown of it. I think Mark Stream's a little bit let down, too.
I'm going to go continue my office hours.
All right, have fun. We're about to wrap it up.
Yeah, I figured.
Thanks for coming on.
It was a blast. Yeah, thanks for having me.
There you go.
I'll come again.
You're the third guest ever.
Should have been the first.
Do you guys think that Quinn Roby...
Nico popped in, so...
Okay, that's fair.
Nico popped in, sits at 4-2.
No,
came in on mistake.
No, that's fair.
And then Cody just showed up last time.
Yeah, that's
Cody's
fair.
at 4-4. Will Quinn Roby set the new mark for celebrity guest pickers on Kickoffs and Tipoffs? You'll have to tune in next week to find out. Thank you all so much for listening. Episode 4 of Kickoffs and Tipoffs officially wraps up.